Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Taufik. I can explain about intercultural communication. Intercultural communication has always been an important need of all social. Since the time of our COVID developed a constant store, people has been communication in different ways. Pedestrians draw picture on cave walls. American Indians communication using drum beat and smoke. In wars, soldiers used doves to communicate to top score. Finally, in the present country, most of communication process in done through the internet. Communication can be defined as the action of a meeting. This involves the sending and receiving of information between a sender and a receiver. It happens not only through that use of a word, but also through non-verbal factors such as gestures and facial expressions. The message received can be very different from the message was sent. The common model from communication in a show in a figure below. Secure recording, message, channel, noise, receiver, discording, receiver response, feedback, and plus context. The problem in intercultural communication usually come from problem in message transmission. In communication between people of the same cultures, the person who receives the message interprets it based on values, belief, and expectation for behavior similar to those of the person who sent the message. When this happens, the way the message is interpreted by the receiver is likely to be very similar to what the speaker intended. However, when the receiver of the message is from different culture, the receiver uses information from his or her culture to interpret the message. The message that the receiver interprets may be very different from the speaker intended. A. Barriers to intellectual communication. 1. Attitude. Simple case. Attitude globalization meant that tree is now a one business culture everywhere in the world. If they want to do business with me, then they will have to adapt to my culture. When in Indonesia, do as Indonesian rule, it is impossible to generalize culture that are my different comments. People do share certain belief values, especially business people. However, is it misleading to believe that they are always stronger than other types of cultures? It is an actress apart and is related to success in business or the relationship. 2. Participation. The fact that people perceive that something in the different what is a particular important in a cultural communication. That's why we practice perspective is a culturally determined, and the general lack of awareness of this is another barrier to intercultural communication. 3. Stereotype. A stereotype is a fixed ideal or image that many people have a particular type of a person, thing, or even, but something is not true in reality. Generalization and categories are necessary, but when they are too rigid, can be a barrier to the effective interpretation of a situation. In a cultural communication, it is vital to distinguish between what is a part of a person's cultural background and what is a part of their personality. 4. Interpretation. What is the problem in the situation? A Japanese business is nothing with an Australian partner. Chan. The deal will be default. Andrew. Well, what can I help to solve the problem, Cam? This is a case misinterpretation in which the two people have interpreted the same statement in a company different ways. 5. Culture shock is a participated by the action the result from losing all our family, second, and a shambles of a social intercourse. This is second of a cause includes that thousand and one ways in which one where we oriented ourselves to the situation of daily life. Further discussion about a culture shock will be in the next chapter. 6. Nonverbal. Why language is the primary means of a communication. Nonverbal behavior also communicates. Nonverbal patterns include gestures, facial expressions, heavy context, body movement, touching, and the use of speech and time. Gestures are an obvious sort of misunderstanding because they might have a different meaning. B. Cultural learning. Show different facets of cultural learning. Okay. At the lowest level is the belief that all people are alike. Then comes a recognizing that they are different and acceptance of the differentiating ways of sanitizing the different ways, selecting and making things run smoothly. The process of a cultural learning can be helped along by expert training. Not only provides information but also develop and skill and accord attitudes and enable people to progress along the cultural learning curve. C. Dealing with difference. Use the following statement to reflect on how well suited you are to be an international student employee. How many are through you? I'm a social person and I have a lot of friends. I enjoy travel and learning about a new culture. I have always been good at learning language. I enjoy dealing with ambiguous situations. I am tolerant of people who disagree with me. Next. The moral of the toast statement, you can honestly agree with it. the more suitably you are for work in an international context. Based on a research mark in Gibson 2000 and Gleason in order of a priori what a personal manager in a German communist looks for international manager: social competence, openness to other ways of attacking, culture adaptation, professional excellence, language skill, flexibility, ability to manage work in team, adaptability of the family, patience, sensitivity. D. Improving intercultural communication. In interaction with people from foreign culture, a person who is intellectual competent understand the culture specific concept of participation, taking, feeling, and acting. The basic requirements from intercultural competence are: 1. Break the assumption. 2. Apathism. 3. Influence. 4. Discord heart mentally. 5. Avoid intersite behavior. Okay, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.